What's up, everybody? It's your boy, amateur pro home chef Nathanael Levinson with another hot take tier maker list. Today we're talking about fast food restaurants. I just want to qualify that statement. This is, first of all, only restaurants that I have personally eaten at, with one exception. But some of these you might be like, is that fast food? Is that not fast food? Generally, when I'm talking about fast food, I'm thinking about, does it have a drive-thru? That's kind of my level of, does it have a drive-thru? But, you know, I'm not counting like Starbucks. I'm not even counting Dunkin', because I don't think I've ever had any of Dunkin's food, even though they sell it now. But just like, I also got like some pizza places, you know, like really common pizza places and burrito places and sandwich places that you know, you could argue are fast food. So this is not like a comprehensive list. There's a lot of stuff on here, but you know, it's kind of a little more loosey-goosey with the term of fast food, but definitely nothing in here that would constitute casual dining, even at its lowest level. So, tiers we got S, yes, all of this in my face, best, you know, the best. Get in my belly, right? A tier, B to tasty. C probably could have done better. When we hit the C tier, it's like, you know, was that worth the money? And D is like, that was like, I shouldn't have wasted money. I have this question mark T here for like, you know, I'm not sure. I can't tell if this is good or bad. But then obviously at the bottom, you know, how are you still in business? How is this possible? So let's get started. Arby's. Arby's is pretty good, actually, but very specific. I'll put it in B tier. And the reason being is I think what they do really well, but it is also like the one thing. You know, I guess they have gyros and chicken salad and things like that, but no. Roast beef sandwich. It's a good roast beef sandwich. I like the horsey sauce, even though it's just spicy mayonnaise. And I love the curly fries. Curly fries are top tier. And actually, their mozzarella sticks, really good. But it's so specific. I like it. And man, when it hits the spot, I don't think I can get it better than B tier. Bojo's. Bojo's is is it an A tier or is it an S tier? Bojangles is an A tier. I might be jaded by the fact that they're still out of chicken supremes. There's like, at time of recording, there's some sort of shortage. Like, you ran out of chicken? Guys, hello? Where's the chicken? But I really do think their biscuits are really good. They're definitely the higher end of biscuits for fast food restaurants. Really, really good. Fry seasoning, their Bojangles seasoning is just bomb. It's so good. Whatever they did, their seasoning mix is top tier, is S tier all in all. Like if I could put their seasoning, boom, right here. It's just, yeah, love that seasoning mix. So good. Sandwiches are fine. Like their chicken's really good. I'm a Supremes guy. Their honey mustard, they have probably the best honey mustard. Which sounds like a weird thing to say, like, isn't honey mustard honey mustard? No, it's not. You're wrong. Theirs is like the perfect amount of sweet and tangy and creamy. You definitely eat it. Like Chick-fil-A honey mustard, I think is garbage. It's just like sticky, nasty, way too sweet. Chick-fil-A honey mustard is not good. Chick-fil-A sauce is good, but Chick-fil-A honey mustard is not good. Bojo's honey mustard is S tier honey mustard. I'm not ranking condiments, but that's really good. Maybe I will rank condiments, but not right now. Boston Market, so that's kind of like again, you know, if you want to argue like this is fast food, it's just kind of like a diner, cafeteria style. You walk in, they serve you a bunch of food. I think it's a B tier. It's not like fantastic, but it's good. Like, I'm always happy with my meal. Although I will say, they under-season their sides woefully under-seasoned. Like the mac and cheese, it's not great. But they have a sandwich that has like, it's like turkey and lettuce and Caesar dressing. It's really good. So they have a couple things. They have a couple really solid things. So it's like low B tier for me. Chick-fil-A S tier, get up there. You know, it's just really solid. It's I'm very rarely left wanting from Chick-fil-A. That chicken sandwich, extra pickle, bomb. I mean, our chicken sandwich was better, no doubt about it. But Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, check out our taste testers for chicken. It's really good. Sauces are good. Nugs, love the nugs. Sweet teas, they have some of the better sweet tea. Bojangles sweet tea is really good, but both Chick-fil-A and Bojangles have really, really good sweet tea. Bojangles also serves Cheerwine, which is the best soda. Chick-fil-A lemonade, I will say this. Chick-fil-A lemonade, they changed something. It still tastes fine, but it's so pulpy, I can't drink it. Like, filter your lemonade, please. Like, just strain it or something. It's ridiculous. It's like chunky. I don't want lemonade chunky. It still tastes good, but why is it chunky? Sweet tea's still excellent, though. So, you got that. Checkers I have not had in a while. Their fries are good, but like, so the Checkers that was near me when I was living in Atlanta, they got shut down like the day after I ate at it. So I don't know if it was my fault, and if it was, I apologize to anyone who worked there. But it's like, it's fine. It's their fries are good, and like the rest of it's just like so generic. Chipotle, I'll probably give a rank at a B, which might make some people angry because a lot of people think Chipotle of like the burrito places is top tier, but I disagree. I think Chipotle is like fine. It's good, but honestly, I just, first of all, they charge way too much for guac. Like, avocados are so inexpensive. We grow a million, billion of them. So, like, stop it. But honestly, their rice is kind of flavorless. I'm not, if they need some sauce or something, like their salsas are okay. I don't know. Chipotle always leaves me wanting a little bit more. Church's chicken, it's okay. I might step on some toes here, but, it's fine. It's like, it's fine. That's the most I can say about it. It's fried chicken, it's biscuits. The biscuits are nice and buttery, I will say that. But like, as far as fried chicken goes, it's just like, it's there. Cookout S tier, SS tier, like the best. That might be the best fast food restaurant. Period. Like, first of all, Cheerwine, that's a big one. Second of all, like the cheapest combo. It's still, even though after the price went up, it's still like $6 for a combo, and that's a meal. And the shakes and all their sides are good, and you get to like pick and mix and match, and it's good. And one of the best spicy chicken sandwiches from fast food. We didn't talk about that during the Chicken War video, the chicken sandwich taste test, because it was like, it's got like lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise, and so it's not the same same style of sandwich, but Cookout S tier, 100%. Love it. So good. Culver's is, I believe, from Wisconsin. It's good. I don't know if I've eaten that enough to put it up in A tier, but it's solid high B. It's really good. The burgers are quite good. The butter burger, ooh, yeah. And they have cheese curds, which not all places have. I love cheese curds. Fried cheese curds are chef's kiss. Good stuff. And great milkshakes, of course. Domino's Pizza. Okay, Domino's Pizza is it's trash. I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just mushy and flavorless. And I hate it. I hate Domino's Pizza. I think it's disgusting. I can't stand it. DQ is a funny one. Jury's out for me on DQ because like their blizzards are really good, but how often do you go to DQ and get like food? Even though they sell that stuff. So I'm gonna put this in the kind of fuzzy. McDonald's. I'm gonna put McDonald's as an A. Their fries are good. Whew, they're out of the park. Obviously, it's the McDonald's fry. It's like it's almost the platonic ideal of a French fry, right? It's just so good. Honestly, I kind of like McDonald's chicken nuggets. They're like they're fake compressed nuggets, right? They're not like, it's like ground meat that they then puck and fry, but it's good. I like it. And McDouble, I think is like it's $1.50. You get 2 for $3. Like, honestly, and of course their Coke, whatever their mixture ratio of syrup to soda water is, McDonald's has that on lock. It's the best. So despite the fact that it's pretty trash tier food, I actually really love it. I think it's good. Firehouse Subs is, their subs are really good, but they're so expensive. Like, they're good subs, but they're so expensive. Like, this is, I mean, I should really, like, I need to ignore cost and just talk about how it tastes. and how it tastes is a B. It's good. I like a Firehouse sub. I think they're good subs, especially their hot subs. Like some places have better hot subs, some places have better cold subs. Firehouse subs hot subs are pretty good, and they do give you a substantial amount of food. Hardee's. Hardee's is all over, and I don't know that I've ever eaten Hardee's. And the only reason I include it here is because I know I'm going to get a question about Hardee's or Carl Jr.'s, depending on where you are. And they're all over the place. And I honestly, I don't know if it's good or bad. I couldn't tell you. I have no opinion on Hardee's. I think some of their ads were really weird, like oddly inappropriate, especially with the thick burger stuff. Yeah, it had some weird ads, but I don't know, man. Let me know. I mean, let me know down, like, what do you get at Hardee's? I obviously they do burgers, but I've just never eaten there. And maybe it's something I should try. I have a friend who was like, yeah, Hardee's is great, but we never went there. So, Kyle, it's your fault. I'm blaming you, Kyle. Pizza Hut just escapes. I don't think their pizza tastes good at all, but their crust is actually good. That garlic, like the breadstick seasoning they put on the crust, is good. But honestly, it's not great. It's not great. Jersey Mike's is again with Firehouse subs. They make a solid Italian sub. Pretty good. Not much more to say to that. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is a weird one. Honestly, I think they're an A. I think Jack in the Box is an A, and not just for some of the stuff they have that is pretty good. They have a weird variety of things. Things you're like, wait, you have tacos? Why do you have tacos that are oddly kind of tasty? Like weird. They have like a slice of American cheese in them, so no taco I ever heard of, but like, honestly not bad. And curly fries or straight fries, like regular fries. You get your choice. Like Arby's only does one, McDonald's only does one. Jack in the Box is like, why not both? Hey, you want both? You get both. The popcorn chicken was pretty good. Like, I don't know. I feel like Jack in the Box is kind of a sleeper hit. And I know, I have siblings who are like, oh, Jack in the Box is just gross. Like, I disagree. We never eat there. Their sourdough bun, like they have a couple things on the sourdough bun. Pretty good. Yeah, I've not been super disappointed at a Jack in the Box that I can remember. So, yeah, there you go, Jack. That's for you. Now, I will say, for all of these, except for Bojangles and Chick-fil-A, and maybe McDonald's, breakfast is trash tier. They may be able to do breakfast by themselves, but like Jack in the Box breakfast, Wendy's breakfast, trash. Don't eat breakfast at a fast food restaurant unless you're getting a chicken biscuit. That's like the only acceptable. Jimmy John's, that's an S tier. It's probably the best sandwich place. Now, again, similar to Arby's, where you kind of have more limited selection. Jimmy John's menu is not like super extensive, but man, and they don't have any hot subs as far as I know. They don't toast subs, but man, their bread, at which, let's be honest, a good sandwich needs good bread. Their bread is fantastic, and the variety of toppings, those hot peppers, bam! Oh, love those hot peppers. Those are, yes. So Jimmy John's is really good. I love it, and it's got a good vegetarian option, and apparently the tuna salad's good. I don't know. I don't eat tuna salad a lot. I'm like, I want tuna, I'm gonna have it like tartare or seared, rare. Thank you. Cause I'm bougie like that. But yeah, Jimmy John's probably the best sandwich place by a good bit. The only downside I would say is like you just getting a sandwich. Like the chip selection is the chips, whatever, doesn't matter. But who cares? Also, you can buy Jimmy John's like day old bread for like 50 cents or something like that. So you can just like go out and be like, yo, give me a loaf of bread. Okay, and then make your own sandwich. Like, come on, you can do that. KFC, I don't like it. I put it with Church's chicken. Like, the chicken itself is fine. Like, I think KFC is better chicken. Put it up a little bit above Church's. I think the chicken's plenty good, but like everything else is just bad. Which I guess you could be like, Nathanael, why would you go to KFC for anything but chicken? Yeah, fair enough. but they do sell other things, and like, I don't know, it's a one-shot wonder for me. The chicken's fine. The double down is an abomination that should be stopped, and like, no. And also the weird CGI kernel I hate. But the chicken, again, I'm bringing a lot of ancillary stuff that I probably should keep out of a more, to make it a slightly more objective ranking. But I'm not. It's fine. It's fine. You know, again, probably could have done better. And by better, you could have had Bojangles, which I think just is better chicken. Little Caesars. Okay. When I was a kid and had Little Caesars, it legitimately tasted like cardboard. Just like the worst. Just like the worst. But I had it more recently, and it's gotten better. Like, it used to be, it was definitely here. Like, without question, Little Caesars was the trashiest of trash tier pizzas. But nah, it's like Pizza Hut level. Like, it's edible, but not worth it. It's edible, but not worth it. That's, which, hey, you know what? It was a big step up. It definitely improved, like, significantly, like, from vomit inducing to, it's pizza. Right? Both of these are just kind of like, they're pizza. I honestly, Domino's just tastes so mushy. I can't. It's something about it. It's worse. Pizza Hut kind of redeems itself with the crust. Little Caesars is just mediocre. It just, yeah. Long John Silver's, why are you buying fast food fish? You're asking for food poisoning. This is asking for trouble. What? Don't do this. No, don't. Right? Seafood, fast food, no. Don't, stop it. Don't do it. Okay. I've never met anyone who was like, yeah, Long John Silver's is good. I like going there. If you do, hey, you know what? It's your money. It's your choice. More power to you. But I've never talked to anyone who likes Long John Silver's. So if you do, you're welcome. I don't dislike you as a person. I am curious as to how you arrived at that decision and whether you might need to see a doctor about it. Moe's, this might surprise some of you. Moe's is not good. It's not. Best thing Moe's has going for it is its queso, which is okay. All their salsas are not good. They have like 9 different salsas, and all of them have 1 or 2 things that are wrong with them. They're either like flat in flavor, or they're too sweet, or they're not salty enough. Most of them are not salty enough. Yeah, I don't like Moe's. I think it's bad. I think it's the worst of the burritos by a long shot. Okay, maybe honestly just raising calories is a little too much. Okay, I will generously move it up to C tier because I don't think it's not Pizza Hut Little Caesars level, but it's by far the most inferior of the burrito. I'm putting you down at the bottom, Moe's. Get out of here. Panera Bread's an A tier. And this is probably the one where I was like, is this fast food? But some other tiers has fast food in it. Like, yeah, and it has a drive-through. So this is probably the one I'm bending the rule the most, and it's probably the most out there. It's I guess you could call it fast food. Yeah. What I love about Panera, probably the thing I enjoy the most, like their soups are good. That's what I always get. And the sandwiches, like the food's good. It's solid. Pretty good variety. Good vegetarian options. Everyone's happy when you go to Panera. But the different lemonades and teas they have, you just go and now, I don't know, this is not the politically correct terminology. We used to call them suicides, where you just take the cup and fill in a little bit of every single little thing. I don't know what you call it now these days, probably something a little bit less gruesome. But that is legitimately delicious. When you go with the lemonades, you take like some of the lemonades and some of all the different teas, and it's legitimately delicious in any ratio. I usually go a little heavy on the lemonade to kind of give it that tartness that I really like, but I love it. I couldn't tell you what do you drink when you go to Panera. I don't know. A little bit of everything. It's really good. So that's my favorite part of Panera, and I do love that. And it's great because it's not carbonated. It doesn't go flat, and so you can like take it home and drink it later. PDQ. You may not have heard of this. I think this is this might just be a Charlotte thing, because it was there's a restaurant up in Cornelius, I believe, named Tenders, and when they tried to expand, there was a copyright for Tenders already, so they changed the name to PDQ. That's S tier. It's basically just chicken fingers and chicken sandwiches, and we did try one of those in the Chicken Wars video, but. What's so good? First of all, the tenders are really good. Like solid, juicy, well seasoned, good chicken tenders. But what really sets PDQ apart is the sauces. And let's be honest, most people are going to dip their tender and fries into a sauce. And so the quality of the sauce is usually the deciding factor for what's really good, like really solid. And PDQ's dipping sauces are all outstanding. They used to have like 20 of them, and then pandemic happened and they kind of cut down, I'm guessing for supply issues, down to just a core few. But their garlic sauce, outstanding. Really good honey mustard. Really good barbecue, and they just came out with them in PDQ sauce. It's very similar to the fry sauce we made in our fried chicken episode. Really, really, really good. Just like outstanding. Just outstanding. I love this restaurant. I go there like once every other week. That's not a joke. It's so good. And the French fries are solid too. Like they got really good French fries, and they got shakes and other things. So and their chicken sandwiches are all really good as well. So with it, man, their tender basket is amazing. Papa John's. Papa John's is going to go just a cut above Pizza Hut and Little Caesars, and the only reason is that garlic sauce, and that's the only reason. And it's just that garlic butter is just addictive, and I'm pretty sure they put cocaine in it. But it's really good, it's really addictive, and I love it. Even if the pizza's kind of mushy. Again, with the mushy pizza, I don't know, maybe they're not cooking their crust long enough. But the pizza's like tolerable. The sauce is fine. So it's like an edible pizza. But with that garlic sauce, it's like pretty good. And they give you those nice vinegary hot peppers too, which just kind of cuts through all that fattiness. It's just pretty nice. Popeyes. They did. Okay, you know what? Popeyes had the best chicken sandwich. I'll give you an A. Their chicken, pretty darn good. Haven't had a whole lot from Popeyes, but that chicken sandwich was a banger. So I'll give it to you, Popeyes. Don't have much to say on that because, again, haven't eaten there a lot because they're none close to me. But that sandwich was a banger. And I'll give you that. I'll give you the props for that. Qdoba, I think, is better than Chipotle. I might, again, it might step on some toes for that, but Qdoba's got a couple of sauces that they add in there, and come on, we're talking about fast food. Like, I don't care about, it's, not natural ingredients. I don't care. People are all like, Taco Bell's putting starch binder into beef. Like, it's edible. It's food safe. You're paying 99 cents for a taco. What did you expect? I don't care, to some extent, I don't care what's in it. Is it good? Does it taste good? So, I think Chipotle's better than Qdoba's better than Chipotle. I do. Haven't had it in a while. I haven't had either of these in a while. But I think I like Qdoba better than Chipotle. Quiznos. Oh man, I don't know if Quiznos still exists. I don't. I ate a lot of Quiznos when I was younger. Both because it was on my way back from the pool when I was swimming in high school, and because there was one in the basement of one of the dorms when I was in college. So I did eat a lot of Quiznos. It was pretty decent. Nice toasted sub. Nothing to write home about. Certainly not sea level, but not as good as Jersey Mike's. But Jersey Mike's a little higher up there. I was definitely inferior to both Firehouse and Jersey Mike's, but good in its own way. It had some unique stuff that they did that like, again, with sauces and stuff. I quite enjoyed. But I haven't seen a Quiznos in years, so I don't know if they're still around. Someone let me know. Let me know in the comments. Is Quiznos still a thing? I feel like I did this with the grocery stores and with Bloom. I had an experience there. I remember being there, but unlike Quiznos, where there are definitely other people who have been to Quiznos and I've seen multiples. Was that the only Bloom that was ever in existence? The one I went to? It turned back into a Food Line. It's a Food Line now. So I don't know. Sonic. Ooh, yeah, Sonic. Sonic is good. Sonic's A tier. Yeah, it's good food. It's just like burgers and fries and things like that. Solid, but their drinks are good too. They got the cherry limeade and things like that. Fun little drive-in. I miss the people in the roller skates. It's probably a liability thing. That's why you don't see that as often. But I do miss the people roller skating around, which I always thought was really cool as a kid. I hope the people who worked at Sonic got paid extra if they roller skated, because I can't even imagine. I can't roller skate with nothing in my hands, so I can't even fathom roller skating with a tray of food. So if that was you, if you were the roller skater, waiter, waitress person, mad props. I'm impressed. Yeah, I you have my respect, because that's a feat of agility that I can't even comprehend. And again, I always thought it was really cool, and I still do. Like, you know, I see people. There's still a couple of drive-ins. You see people in roller skates. I'm like, that's awesome. That's really cool. I love that. I love that you do that. I have a lot of respect for you if you do that. And I was always a little disappointed when someone would just walk out with the food. So, Steak and Shake. Ooh, S tier. I love Steak and Shake. I think it's really, really good. Their burgers are just outstanding. I mean, probably of all of these that I have on here right now, the tastiest burger, without question. It's so good. Love the shoestring fries. Love them. Great shakes. Yeah, I mean, it's a full package, and it's pretty cheap too. You can get there cheap, and it has a special place in my heart because when I was coaching summer league swim team, we would always go to Steak and Shake to do entries for our final meet, and we would be there for hours, just working over, like, you know, this kid's doing this. So Steak and Shake has a special place in my heart as kind of a bastion of good food and good times. Yeah, Steak and Shake is real good. Subway, no. Garbage, absolute trash. Worst, no. Subway's bad. Eat fresh. What in Subway is fresh? What in Subway is fresh? Tell me that. The bread's not fresh. The meat's not fresh. How do you have 7 different kinds of bread and they all taste the same? What is that? Like, I got the white, I got the wheat, I got the Italian 5 cheese, and they all taste like garbage. Like, what are you making your bread out of? It's not good. No. Subway's bad. Like $5 foot long, my butt. Like, it's so bad. I thought it was crazy. Because I'm like, I remember enjoying Subway, like when I was a kid, but did I actually enjoy Subway? I'm not convinced I did. Because it was like the first place I went to where they would make the sandwich for you. So I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh, I could tell them how to make my sandwich. I get to watch them put it together. So I think that the kind of mystique of that, of me giving the person instructions and watching them follow them to make my personal sandwich the way I wanted it, kind of had a mystique about it when I was a kid. But do you ever notice, no matter what Subway you walk into, it smells the exact same? Because they are piping chemicals. They're piping chemicals in, and this is not a thing that just Subway does. This is not a thing. This is a thing that like a lot of places do. I think Gucci and Armani, like Armani does this. They pipe scents in. Disney World does this. They pipe smells in to try to shift your mood in a certain way. So, like, I think it's Armani. I could be off by this. Like, Armani has a like trademarked leather smell that's like Armani leather that they pipe into their stores. So when you smell that, you're like, oh, it smells like Armani. Subway does that with their bread smell. That's why all Subways smell the same, and it's not a good smell. I don't know what they decided on, but if you ever smelled fresh bread, it doesn't smell like Subway. I don't know what they did, but it's bad. I think it's bad. And I had a Subway sandwich fairly recently, after not having eaten it for years, because I was like, I don't think I like Subway. You know, I'd rather go to Quiznos if I can find one, or Jersey Mike's, or if I have subs, or, you know, Jimmy John's. I'll just go to Jimmy John's. Like, I would just go to Jimmy John's. And I needed something to eat, and the place I was working had a Subway in the basement. So I went down, got a Subway sandwich, one bite. And don't tell me I ordered the wrong thing. Right? I ordered an Italian sub. You can't mess up an Italian sub. It's an Italian sub. Like, they all taste approximately the same. Terrible. Just terrible. Just mushy. It tasted like that Subway smell, which is not good. This is probably the one I would get the most argument of when I talk to people. Like, I think Subway is terrible. I don't know how they're in business. I think it's disgusting. It's just like, I find it inedible. And again, please don't think that I think you should not eat at Subway. If you like Subway, that's okay. You know, taste buds and tastes are different. A lot of people like melon. I think melons are too sweet. A lot of people like pears. I think pears are too sweet. I don't like them. Don't like them at all. Not a huge fan of bananas. You know, some people love them. It's okay. Like, personal preferences, personal tastes. It's fine. I can't stand Subway. Taco Bell. Oh. You know, I should have had a special category just for Taco Bell and Waffle House. That is, it's 3 a.m. But I don't think I should have special categories for things. Part of me really wants to give it an S, but it's not the same level as these guys. It's not even the same level as these guys. Honestly, realistically, Taco Bell should be here, but in my heart of hearts, it's up here. I like Taco Bell. I do. I don't think it's good, but I like it. Now it does have the worst soda, Baja Blast. That's terrible. Terrible, shouldn't have been invented. Abomination. But Crunchwrap Supreme, I like it. The $5 boxes. I love that Doritos taco. I like that. That middle, if it gets soggy, it's just a horrendous mess. And they always put way too much beans. Come on, guys, your beans are not good. There's good refried. There could be good refried beans. Taco Bell convinced me for a long time that I hated refried beans because their refried beans are nasty. But no, you go to a really good Mexican restaurant, you get really good refried beans. Baby, refried beans are fantastic. But I don't know. This one is probably not deserving of this tier, but I really like Taco Bell. But I can't. I don't know if I can give it an A tier. But I give Jack in the Box an A tier. I'm gonna bump Jack in the Box down because, honestly, I don't think I can give Jack in the Box an A tier if I'm not going to give Taco Bell. If Jack's an A tier, Taco Bell's an A tier, and I don't think Taco Bell's an A tier. But I'll put Taco Bell at the top of the B tier and move Jack in the Box down over here. There you go. That satisfied my neurosis, I think. Again, I don't think these are better than these, but in terms of what I think about eating more, probably over here. Because again, with these guys, I'll more often default to the JJ's or the Qdoba if I can find it. Waffle House, S tier. Now, again, this is a Southern thing, especially in Georgia and Carolinas. But, ooh, baby, Waffle House is good. I mean, obviously, they have waffles, which are delicious. You can get a steak there. I don't know why you would, or a hamburger, but, you go to Waffle House, get the hash browns. Get them, slapped, dapped, whapped, bapped, and mapped, and chapped, and whatever it is. They got 9 different ways. Get a triple with the cheese and the ham, maybe a little bit of jalapeno and the gravy. It's just it's so good. And especially if this is one of those things both Taco Bell and Waffle House fulfill is that really good, satisfying food that'll put you to sleep right when you need it. So I love Waffle House. Was my go-to when I was in Atlanta, and I'd be working really late nights, and I'd just be exhausted and miserable out of my mind, and I'd just stumble up the street from Georgia Tech to the Waffle House at Tech Square. I just stumble in at 3 a.m, and there's 20 people there, and just sit down and eat and get hit on by some guys. It was good times. It was good times. I love Waffle House. I spurned Waffle House for a long time. Because I read an article about a Waffle House that got an 82 on their sanitation score and had mold in the ice machine. Baby, you can have all the mold you want and you serve me those hash browns. I have come around to Waffle House. It is so good. So good. Love Waffle House. And I would say, a lot of people are well, you gotta go to Waffle House when it's super late. I'd go to Waffle House for breakfast. I'd go there for lunch. I think you can eat Waffle House anytime. Although there is something special about late night Waffle House. Or, as the kids would call it, Waho. Right, late night Waho. Wendy's. Where did you go, Miss Wendy? I think it's low B. It's a low B tier. They changed their fries, and they're bad now. The Wendy's fries, when they changed them to all natural with sea salt, nasty fries. Do not like Wendy's fries. Frosties are awesome. Frosties are great. Their spicy chicken sandwich is solid too. Nuggets are pretty good. Burgers are actually double stack. Good. Junior bacon cheeseburger, really good. I like those. I do think they have good burgers. They have chili and potatoes, but why do you go to fast food to get a baked potato? I don't know. That seems weird to me. I don't know. It's just the sensibility is weird. I think Wendy's is fine. It's a B tier. But man, Wendy's fries are nasty. They used to be great, nasty. Whataburger. Whataburger. Again, I've eaten at a Whataburger. I haven't eaten there a lot. It's a good burger. It is a solid burger with good fries. Nothing to complain about. I'd say that's an A tier. It's not something that I seek out because I don't think there's any near me. But I've definitely had Whataburger several times and I've enjoyed it. It's a good burger. Which B tier. And I'm realizing I don't have Burger King on here, but I'll get to that. Which is a B tier. It's good. Like it's one of those things where like I've had a bunch of different sandwiches and they all kind of taste the same, but they're all good. So it's got the Subway problem, but it actually tastes good. So I'll leave it in B tier. White Castle. Nah, man. It's like a unique thing, I guess, in like the little square burger. Now, I didn't put Crystal on here because I've never eaten at a Crystal, but it's, from my understanding, it's very similar. They got the little square cuboid slider burgers. I ate it some when I was in college. It's not good. Yeah. I don't know what more you want me to say about it. Wingstop. Is this fast food? I don't think this is fast food. I'm going to put juries out. It's really good wings. Their fries, they have like some sort of like sugar salt thing on them. That's really good. And good wings, but like jury's out for me because does this constitute fast food? I think this one I don't know about that. But if I were to rank it, I would put it probably B tier, maybe A tier. They're pretty good wings, but I can make my own wings that are better. So, why would I go to Wingstop? Zaxby's. Where should you go? Zaxby's. Where should you go? Zaxby's. High B tier. And the reason I'm putting it at high B tier is like, what do you get at Zaxby's? Well, you get, like chicken tendies and chicken sandwiches. But like PDQ is much better. And one of the reasons I don't like Zaxby's as much is I kind of look down on Zaxby's is in Nashville, there's a place called McDougal's. And McDougal's is what PDQ and Zaxby's are, which is just chicken fingers, but, kicked up to 11. It's just mind-bogglingly good chicken tenders and fries with just outstanding sauces. Have you ever in Nashville, McDougal's? Just the best chicken tenders. So I was a bit spoiled, and so I kind of looked down on Zaxby's, mostly because it reminds me of McDougal's, but it's just not as good. And a PDQ is definitely a cut above. McDougal's is better than PDQ, but PDQ is like really solid. When I eat Zaxby's, I wish I was at McDougal's. When I eat PDQ, I'm happy that I'm at PDQ, if that makes sense, even though they're doing similar things. All right, so Burger King. Pure garbage. I think Burger King's trash. Honestly, I like the Whopper is fine, and their grilled chicken sandwich is, again, it's fine. It's fine. However, their fries are nasty, and just everything else is just inferior to all the other options. Maybe I'm being a little overdramatic saying it's pure garbage, but maybe it's a D tier at best. At best, it's a D tier. But I honestly think Burger King is just of like the like McDonald's and Burger King, right? It's like if it's McDonald's and Burger King is supposed to be like Coke and Pepsi, then the Pepsi was thrown into a trash can that was thrown into the heart of the sun. Like Coke and Pepsi are kind of like here. McDonald's, Burger King are like, it's no competition. Burger King's just not great. And plus, like, the King is really creepy. I can't be the only one who thinks that. That's not okay. It's like some serious Uncanny Valley stuff going on there. Nah, man. Miss me with that. Miss me with the King. I do not want to wake up with the King. So, there you have it. Again, a lot of this is very, very, very subjective. And you may not. Cookout, I know, is a more local thing. It was actually like a big thing in Atlanta when they opened a Cookout for me. For me, it was a big thing. Mostly because it meant I can get cheer wine now. Because they don't really sell cheer wine in Georgia, but Cookout obviously sells cheer wine. So Cookout had cheer wine. So Cookout's like Carolina's thing. But it's really good. So is Waffle House a Southern thing too. So there are a couple of Southern things, and there's like In-N-Out Burger. I think I've eaten there once, but I don't remember, and that's like a West Coast thing. So there are definitely a lot of fast food restaurants that I didn't touch, and obviously you might, again, like with Panera and things, like, oh, why didn't you talk about Panda Express? Things like I'm going to be honest, I've never eaten at a Panda Express. I don't plan to eat at a Panda Express, so I wouldn't be able to judge that anyways. But this is not comprehensive again. But this is, my opinion. But let's be honest. Cookout, top tier. Chick-fil-A, top tier. Jimmy John's, those are the best sandwiches. PDQ, you probably can't find a PDQ unless you live in North Carolina. They might not be outside of Charlotte, if I'm honest. Steak and Shake, really solid. Waffle House, really solid. Bojangles, you can probably find. McDonald's, obviously, everyone can find a McDonald's. If you can't find a McDonald's, I'd like to know what country you live in, because McDonald's is in most countries as well. It's insane. They're everywhere. It's really, really interesting. Maybe I'll have to do a video about this. A lot of the fast food restaurants in other countries get really wild dishes that we don't get. I'm kind of jealous. So maybe I'll talk about that sometime. But yeah, so here's your list. Really, just avoid these. Avoid them. I like the plague. These bad. These bad. If you're gonna get pizza, you should support your local pizza place. They make a better pizza, guaranteed. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, but Little Caesars is super cheap. It's hard to argue with that. And again, they're edible, perfectly edible. Other than Domino's, which is just like cardboard with mushy cheese on it. But yeah, again, none of this is to say don't eat at these places. Obviously, I don't endorse or not endorse any of these places. I just eat there. So this is my opinion. But of course, my opinion is indisputable as the amateur pro home chef. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. Again, I'll put a link in the description for this tier list if you want to make your own, want to discuss it. I'd love to know regional fast food places that you have. So I saw like Del Taco. I've never even seen one of those. Places like that. I'd love to hear, what's local for you. What is your cookout? What is your PDQ? What is your Waffle House that you love to go to? So just put something down in the comments or post it up over on the Facebook page. So until next time, I'm your boy, Amateur Pro Home Chef Nathanael Levinson. Cookhouse the best because it has cheer wine.